Hello everybody, welcome to the spiritual side. I'm so glad you stopped by today. So today I have a metal trash can top in my hand. This used to be my best friend when I was growing up. And what I mean is I spent the first 10 years of my life growing up in the hood. And I know it might not look like it, but I used to fight every day, y'all. And I enjoyed fighting. I mean, I was pretty good at street fighting when I was a little kid. And this was my best friend because I could use it to either block a punch or I could actually use it to strike a person if I had to. And if this thing was angled exactly right, it can cause a lot of damage. Well, I'm glad I got saved, right? Because that's not the way to go. And so anyway, here's the thing. I want you to know that God has given us something exactly like this and very similar to it in his word that we can use in much like the same way. Paul calls it the shield of faith. In Ephesians chapter 6, he says, above all, lift up the shield of faith so that you may be able to quench the fiery darts that the enemy brings at you. That means he wants you to lift it up above you so you can block those fiery darts because they are being aimed at you whether you can see them or not. So that means that when something comes at you like a fear or like anxiety, you raise up your faith. What is faith? What Hebrew tells us is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. What that means is you are assured in your heart, you are assured that what has been revealed in God's word and what he has promised you will come to pass without doubt. That is faith. That's how I want you to remember to do that. Also, you know how faith is much a defensive piece of armor. Soldiers really don't fight with the shield, but I want you to know that it can not only be defensive in terms of blocking things, it can also be an offensive weapon. But do not ever fight the enemy in your own strength. Just like when I was in those street fights, if I used my bare little hands, I would not have won those fights. But when I picked up a weapon, it gave me the power to subdue the enemy. So pick up your weapon. Do not fight the enemy in your own strength. Raise it against him. Make him back up off of you. Hit him with it if you have to, and grab your sword so you can do battle. Remember this week, use faith as not only a defensive weapon, but an offensive weapon so you can have the victory. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope I see you next week for the spiritual side.